Hey my loves, welcome back for another video. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley and today we're playing in some HD Skin Melt Swiss lace. This one here comes courtesy of WIGENCOUNTERS and they sent me a deep part curly bob lace wig. This one is going to fit glueless because they went ahead and included my elastic band. I'm just going to go in and attach it. I also want to mention that off camera I did go ahead and co-wash this wig and it is pretty much air dried, probably about 90%. This is what the wig looks like on and it's absolutely gorgeous. As I mentioned before, it is Swiss lace, which is literally the best lace. It's soft, it melts into the skin literally so effortlessly, and you'll see that in just a moment. I love the fact that they've already bleached the knots and they plucked the hairline, so I've literally done no work to this one and I definitely don't need to do much at all. So I'm just going to pull the hair back as you see here, and then I'm going to go ahead and work on cutting off the excess lace. Now this is a good problem to have, but one thing I do find is that whenever you're cutting off the lace, when the lace looks so good on your complexion, it's definitely hard to see where it is, so it's very easy to cut into the hairline. I definitely do sometimes and it's not a big deal. If you cut into the lace, you literally just keep on going. It really doesn't make a difference, except if like you cut behind where your hair starts, then you might have an issue. But you guys can see here, I cut a little piece of the hair off and I don't freak out about it. I don't think too hard about it. I just keep it pushing. So this is what it looks like when you first cut off all of the excess lace. Now I tried something different here. You guys know I use these popsicle sticks whenever I apply like a Got to Be Glue gel or something like that, and I'm just looking for a neater way to apply my liquid adhesives. Now this here is not a glue, it's just a holding spray, and of course I'll have it linked in the description box along with everything else I used. But the popsicle stick was just a way of me trying to apply it without it like rolling and getting messy everywhere, because I do realize that as much as I love my installs, what could change is if it is a little bit cleaner as far as like the drips of adhesive all over my face. So I'm gonna do it in sections. I did the center first, and then of course I chased it with my Dyson. I absolutely love this blow dryer. If you are on the market for a blow dryer, this one is top of the line and it's pretty pricey, but baby, I would never go back to another blow dryer. I love this one that much. So I'm super pleased with the way this looks. Again, HD lace for the win. This looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and bond down both sides of this lace as well. But while I do want to mention that this one is 12 inches in length. Absolutely beautiful. I can't stress that enough. The origin of hair is Indian hair, and I can tell because it has that soft sheen. It's like, it just looks soft. It looks like buttery soft. It has a nice healthy sheen to it, and it's just beautiful all the way around. This one also is 150% density, and it's 6 inches in parting space. And you guys already know I have her linked down below. That kind of rhymed. So one thing I'm learning when it comes to applying your lace is that while it's drying, it goes literally from wet to tacky to dry. You do not want to touch it or move it around when it's in the tacky state. So here I am cleaning up the lace around my ear so that it fits like a glove. You apply your adhesive and it's wet. So you see me using my fingers to tap it and move it around. That's because it's already dry and it's not going to leave a residue. On the opposite side, you see over here, there is a little bit of a white residue around the sideburn area. And that is because when it was blow drying, I kind of was tapping it and moving it around. And that just doesn't work. You can't move it around with the comb. You see how messy it is? Don't try to move it around with the comb. Don't try to push it in or work it in. Even the slightest touch will cause that white residue. And this is something that I've known, but I'm just kind of learning and going a little bit slower in my process and figuring out what flaws are in my lace so that I can fix them. And that is a big flaw that I often find. Here I'm just going to go ahead and pin the hair back and up, and this is actually a cute hairstyle. You guys see how Indian hair looks just so luxurious, and I don't know, it just looks so buttery soft. I don't know how to describe it, but I always love how Indian hair looks on me. I'm trimming down the excess baby hair around the hairline, and you guys can see how amazing this one is plucked. I did not pluck it myself, and you guys can see it doesn't have that boxy uniform pluck. It's a natural uneven pluck that just looks very gradient and like what all hairlines should look like, in my opinion. So this one here is a lace closure wig. You can see me feeling around with my fingers, and I am searching for where the tracks start. You want to make sure that you are covering all tracks all the way around, and because this is a closure wig, this is about how much I can part out to make a ponytail up top. Anything below this is going to run into tracks, which is a no-no, but it really looks good in a half up half down situation, whether you do a ponytail or a bun. This is kind of an idea of what you'll get with the center part. That is also beautiful, but for some reason I decided to go the side part, which also looked amazing. But I definitely think tomorrow I'll go back in and do the half up half down. Let me know what you guys think about this one and which way you would prefer to style it. So for this one, my hairstylists of choice are Mousse and Water, and yes, I'm going in on wet hair with a hot comb. This is an electric hot comb. Of course, I have it linked in the description box. I just like the way it looks when it's super flat around the hairline and in the parting. This just looks good on me, and it doesn't it kind of helps it to not look too wiggy, in my opinion. Also, I kind of felt there was a little bit of a glitch in the parting right here. There's a little piece where there was a little bit of extra hair in the parting space. So I just took a little bit of a tweezer and, you know, plucked that out. Also, I opened up the parting just a little bit in the very front. And this is just small, you know, customizations to help the wig look like exactly what I want it to look like. I love the way the parting looks. And in the end, you'll see I did add a little bit of powder. I just used my foundation brush to go ahead and make it look even better. As far as the sideburns and the hairline, I formed the baby hair a while ago, and now I'm going to go in and allow it to set by adding a scarf around the entire perimeter. And then I kind of went in and I had dinner, I nursed my baby girl, I did bath time and goodnight routines with the kids, and then I'm going to come back now. Also, I did my makeup, so this is probably about an hour, maybe 2 hours later, and it looks beautiful. But again, I've been wrestling with kids, so I'm going to go ahead and spruce everything up. Also, the way I formed the baby hair, I don't like it when you do a swoop and then it connects back into the hair. I kind of like my baby hair to be separate from the rest of the hair, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to go in and touch up the baby hair all the way around and just customize whatever is going to help it to look perfect, in my opinion, and then I'll be right back. So again, we're going in and touching up. This here is foundation powder. This is the foundation brush I typically use, and I'm just going ahead and buffing whatever excess powder is already on that brush all the way around, and a little bit of in the parting, so I can give it kind of a little bit more of a skin tone like effect. And I think that made a huge difference, and it also helped the baby hair to look a little bit more subtle. I did go in at the very last step and just tweeze out very minimally. I like it when the hairline looks a little bit more bald opposed to dense. You don't want it to be completely bald or anything like that, but just more thin like a natural hairline would, and to me that helps very much. You can definitely go even further behind the hairline and make it more gradient, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do an unboxing and show you everything in the package that came with the wig. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Wig Encounters. Links to everything I use, including the wig, are in the description box. Also, don't forget to like and turn on your post notifications, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!